Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Kiki's Doorway. Tonight we're going to do Pisces for mid-May 2018. Let's begin. I was shuffling the cards earlier, and we're going to start with Cancer. Let's see. Forgiveness. Okay, we got forgiveness. Two people, whether it be forgiving the masculine and feminine side of yourself, forgiving your mother and father aspect of yourself or to others, forgiving your friends, forgiving the insecurities that you have of yourself. Let's see what the book says. For Cancer. Forgiveness. The situation you're inquiring about will be healed or improved through your willingness to release old stored anger. You may not even be consciously aware that you've been holding on to resentment. Your anger may show up in subtle ways, such as high blood pressure, addictions, insomnia, or moodiness. Wouldn't it feel great to have stable moods and more control over your health? Forgiveness isn't the same as saying that the actions of others were justified or acceptable. Instead, forgiveness is a statement. I repeat, forgiveness is a statement of self-empowerment. You choose to detoxify yourself of all stored anger and other negative energies. After all, when you hang on to anger, it only hurts you and not the other person. To heal the situation, be aware that meditation and introspection are important practices that can help you. See that your anger is merely a transit feeling, like a dark cloud floating across the sky. Recognize that the source comes from a past life and let it go. Forgiveness is profoundly healing. Free yourself from negative and harmful emotions. Negative and harmful emotions. Yes, definitely forgive. Because we need you, Cancer. We need your intuition. We need your nurturing. Yet, we also need to see your strength and your boldness and your convictions. And if that means letting go any negativeness of others that mistreated you, or others that doubted you, or made you feel like you was on detour for a second, forgive them for yourself. Because all those things pretty much happen to you or for you to show you the blessings that's going to come your way. Because if you wasn't strong, do you think you would have really had those situations happen to you at this moment? Ask yourself, at this moment, what's really going on in your life personally that is going to make you successful, abundant, recognized, appreciative? Is that what's going to come your way? And if so, what if those are the things that the opposites are going to come to attack you for? So forgive yourself and forgive others. You'll be surprised the speed of forgiveness does in your abundance. Okay, next card for your past life, Cancer. Karmic relationships. Well, you have forgiveness. So it is only befitting to have a karmic relationship. Usually when we have to forgive things, it's usually tied to people that we care about, our loved ones, our family, our friends. And we don't want to lose them, especially for Cancer. They love hard. And when a Cancer has to show detachment, it can hurt. It can make them feel like, I must not love you if I have to detach from you. But maybe these karmic relationships that you're having is an ongoing cycle that you have been facing either through family, friends, and probably a current loved one or suitor. So let's read what it says in the book. Karmic relationships. This card indicates that one or more of the people in your current life are from previous lifetimes. See? Our soul always knows who to be born into and what family to be tied to. You both ended your relationships with karmic imbalances, so that's where the forgiveness comes into place. This means that one or both of you are most likely harboring old feelings that need to be healed and released. When this occurs, you will be set free from recurring destructive and toxic relationship patterns. In some cases, this card will arise when there's a reunion with a beloved soul from a previous life. Perhaps you finally reconnected with a romantic partner from your past, or a new friendship is bringing you great joy. With healthy past life connections, you'll immediately feel a sense of comfort and familiarity. You'll receive this card in answer to a question or concern that involves a karmic relationship. Fortunately, you can appeal to heaven for help and release any old, stuck energies or emotions. You may also be guided to work with a specialist in past life regressions and relationship healing. Oh, yes. Once you see the similarities and why you have to forgive the close people in your life, you'll see how it does tie into your intimate romantic relationships. Ask yourself, what is the common things that is happening in my relationships with people? It's always particular things. Like for me, I had about what I know so far, two things. One was it was very hard for me to let go. I'm a Taurus, so it's hard for us to let go because when we let go, it makes us feel like we really don't give a fuck about you or we don't care. And we do care. Sometimes we care to a fault, meaning sometimes in order to show that we care now in 2018, a Taurus might just have to let the person go and be okay with knowing that yes, that person might fall. Yes, that person might become victorious. Yes, that person might become successful. Yes, that person will become abundant. Yes, that person will become whole. Yes, that person will be happy. And guess what? It took for you to let them go or to accept that you gave them all the jewels that they needed from you, Cancer, to actually go to the next phase. So do trust that the lessons and the teachings that you have showed people, either through your words or your actions, are going to pay off. But in order to do that, you must forgive and let go. My second one was striving for my own capabilities and special abilities, meaning I love tarot reading. I love spiritual reading. I love learning about the past, present, and future. I love learning about history and how it repeats itself, not just in our environment, but through ourselves, through our physical makeup. And I would be afraid to express that through my loved ones. But yet, when they came to me to find out their abilities and strengths, I would get actually mad at them for not pushing themselves or seeing the potential they had in themselves. And guess what? Every last one of them told me, well, why aren't you doing it? And that was a good question. So now I'm doing it. So when you do that, when you accept that all the teachers that you have shown somebody is going to pay off, let it go. And last but not least, Cancer, this one you're going to love. Mother. Yes, Cancers are definitely the water mothers of the zodiac, besides Pisces. But definitely Cancers because they innately feel when people need intuition from them, or when they need physical touch, or when they need distance, but not too much of a distance. Like they know just the right of everything, like a mother would know for a child. Let's see what it says in the card, in the book. Let's see. Mother. This card indicates that your mother in this life was also with you in other lifetimes. This is actually a very common occurrence. The mother-child relationship is a significant emotional and physical bond. If you enjoyed a healthy and loving relationship with your mother in this lifetime, you are probably drawn together again because of your fondness for one another. However, if your relationship has been challenging, this indicates a need to balance the karma through your forgiveness. See that forgiveness card at the first one. Your feelings about your mother are directly related to your ability to manifest abundance, as mother energy is all about receiving. If you have blocks with your mother, you have most likely developed controlled issues that prevent you from receiving help from others or from the universe. So this card asks you to do more personal work concerning your mother. At this time, you may wish to add past life regressions as an adjunct to other therapeutic methods. So Cancer, if it's your mother or a feminine energy that you are battling with, do know that you're battling with a mirror image of yourself. If it is your mother or a female friend or a female coworker, or even just battling the female aspect of yourself, what is it about the female aspect that you do not like? For me, I could tell you at one point, I did not like that mothers are seen as subservient or servants to the family and to their husbands. I didn't see the strength in that. And I think maybe it was because of my childhood upbringing, seeing my mother being a single mom and raising me and my two brothers, that she at some point couldn't always show the feminine aspect. A lot of times she had to show that masculine, and being that she was a Leo sign made it even more comfortable for her to show that. But I was fortunate enough to see my mother's feminine side and the strength that she showed me in that aspect. So at 34, I had to learn how to appreciate that being a service to another is not weak if you know your self-worth, if you know your boundaries, if you know what you want to do.